Yatroparamate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya yatra chaivana atmanatmanam pasyannatmani tushyati. So in these shlokas from 18th 23, in these shlokas Bhagavan Krishna is teaching the nature of Siddha Yogi. The nature of Siddha Yogi. వద్దు చాలా పెద్దవారు.
Here Siddha means perfect.
Perfect. Siddha means attained. Literally it means attained. So the perfect means who has reached the culmination, who has perfected his practice and reached the end of it. So Siddha. So Siddha Yogi, so his nature, his behavior, his understanding, so how he is. He says, Yatra uparamate chittam, where his mind, uparamate means relaxes, recedes. See, we talk of receding the mind. The question of receding arises only if the mind originally belonged to Atma. We generally think mind is different, away from the Atma. But in fact, mind is nothing but Atma only. When misunderstood, it appears as separate. It's like snake is not coming from outside and getting imposed on the rope. Snake is not coming from outside and sitting upon the rope. It is the rope itself is misperceived, misconceived as snake. Therefore, the snake has to be merged back to the rope. Similarly here, when the mind properly inquired into, there is no such thing called mind. That's where niruddham yoga sevaya. As a result of the practice of yoga, yoga means the meditation or inward observation. Meditation means concentration, observation. Concentration, observation to understand, not only to understand but to own up. To understand the Atma, to own up the Atma, or to stay as an Atma by disowning non-Atma. We identified with non-self, identified with Anatma. By disowning Anatma, we come to stay in our real nature. So that's what he says by yoga sevaya. As a result of practicing yoga anushtanena, Bhashakara Shankaracharya says, by the practice of yoga, yada chittam uparating gacchati, niruddham. Niruddham means as a result of practice of yoga, niruddham. Niruddham is sarvato nivarita pracharam. Prachara is movement. Mind thinks of various things. Its emotions, thoughts and memories, imaginations, attachment and all those things. The mind along with all of its functions. As a result of this meditation, mind becomes free from all its functions. So niruddham yoga sevaya nivarita pracharam. In the eighth thing, ityasanantaram sarvato nivarita. It's okay. Footnotes is nothing. Swamiji's footnotes. When the mind is freed from its function, first thing is mind itself is unnatural and its functions are same in that avidya state alone. It is in that same illusory state, the functions of the mind are in the illusory state only. So the mind has to be freed from all its attachment in the beginning. Then second stage, the whole mind itself is merged. Merged means falsified. How do you falsify? If the original nature of mind was Atma only, and thinking of it as something different from Atma is a mistake. When you correct the mistake, you turn your attention and look at the Atma, see that the mind is nothing but Atma. It is already one with Atma. So niruddham yoga sevaya chittam uparamate. Mind recedes or merges back. Uparamate, mind merges back and stays as an Atma. Yatra chaiva atmana atmana. Then what happens? Yasminscha kale. At that time, when the mind merges back into its original nature, that is consciousness, atmana atmanam pashyan tushyati. He sees the Atma through Atma and remains contented. So, seeing the Atma through Atma, now this is only a negative statement. We are seeing at the moment we are seeing Atma through non-Atma, as an anatma. Just as seeing the rope as a non-rope, a person who sees the rope as a non-rope has to be helped to see the rope as a rope. Similarly, Atmana Atmanam Pashyati. He sees the Atma as Atma, not as by relieving it, by relieving the non-Atma. Relieving means it is removed. By removing it, by negating the non-Atma. Therefore, he says, Samadhi Parishu Atmana. He comes to stay as an Atma. That is the expression. So, Samadhi Parishuddhena Antakaranena. The mind becomes pure as a result of this yoga practice. Samadhi Parishuddhi. Samadhi is concentration. As a result of this self-concentration, mind becomes purer. Here the purity is of two levels. The purity at Karma Yoga level is one. Purity at Nididhyasana level is another. At Karma Yoga level, the purity is only removing the only attachment. Only attachment is removed. Now we are only removing the very existence of the mind. The very nature of the mind is negated. So, two levels we have to see. At one level, mind's attachment to all other people, things, and many things. So, the negative feelings, negative thoughts, misunderstandings, and all that you clear. Then the mind becomes a natural, simple, like a baby mind. Then the second stage, the whole mind itself is understood as inseparable from the consciousness. It is only just like a wave is nothing but originally water. It only nominally appears as something different. Wave only appears as a water. Water appears as a wave, but wave in itself has no existence apart from water. It's only an appearance alone. But this appearance is taken as real. See, the wave is taken as another object in addition to water. This reality, this sense of reality, that wave is another object addition to water, this is a reality, sense of reality, satyatvam. This sense of reality is negated, then the wave is understood as water. Similarly here, mind means the entire state. By purifying the mind, you purify the individual mind. Once it is purified, you come to see the total mind, that is the whole waking state. Then at this stage, at the Nididhyasana stage, then the whole state is understood as inseparable from the Sakshi, the witness. It is the witness alone is taken as a state. Here when we talk of mind, the whole state, the entire state, which includes time, space, world, subject, object, everything. So the entire state is understood as inseparable from water, though it appears nominally, superficially like wave. Wave appears, but we understand wave doesn't exist, only appearance. Similarly, the entire state only appears, but it doesn't exist. Earlier he thought waking is one state, Sakshi is another. Atma is one, waking state is another. He thought earlier there were two things. Now he understands wave is only a false appearance of the same consciousness. Same pure existence, same consciousness appears as the waking state, but in itself waking state has no existence. It is not an additional existence. Waking state is not parallel to Atma. Is not parallel to Atma. It's like a shadow. Shadow is not a parallel person. If a person and a shadow is only appearance, is not an additional person. You can't count a shadow as another person. You can't offer another chair. You can't give him food separately for him. If here is a person, you give him a chair, you give him food. You can't give an additional chair to your shadow, additional food to the shadow, because shadow doesn't exist. Doesn't exist means it doesn't eat, doesn't sit, doesn't use chair. It has no existence apart from the person. Person himself appears as another, or even a reflection in a mirror. The reflection in a mirror looks exactly like another person. If here is a reflection in a mirror and here is one person, you can't count as two people. The other person is only a shadow. Shadow means it doesn't exist, only appearance. Similarly, the whole waking state is like a wave in water, appearance but no existence. Similarly, the entire waking state is nothing but water, consciousness alone. This understanding, negating its independent existence, a parallel existence is negated. And it is understood as one with consciousness. So there he stays. He sees himself as one infinite existence. Therefore, yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya. As a result of yoga seva, seva means practice. Seva means service. Seva means practice. Seva can mean slightly variation according to the context. So your yoga sevaya, as a result of practicing yoga, niruddham, mind becomes controlled. Mind becomes a niruddham, controlled. Then uparamate, it withdraws into Atman. Then Atmana Atmanam Pashyan, seeing the Atma through this understanding. Tushyati. Last word is tushyati. So upalabhamana sve eva atmani tushyati. So when he sees the entire waking state, dream state, all states as one with the Atman, by seeing that Atman which is infinite and non-dual, he remains naturally satisfied. Tushyati, he becomes happy, contented. So this contentment or happiness is natural. Because it is not the quality Atma acquires, it is the very nature of Atma. That being contented in the sense, he doesn't feel any desire. That Atma, which is infinite by nature, doesn't feel any desire, any deficiency, any inadequacy, any want or anything. It's by very nature full and content. So neither he has any fear of losing anything, nor he feels any deficiency, nor any missing thing. So nor he has got any regret for anything. Is totally free and complete. So this freedom, this happiness, this contentment is the very nature of Atma. So as he discovers the Atma, all this nature he finds in himself. So tushyati tushtim bhajate. Coming to the next shloka, 21st shloka. Then he becomes happy also. The next shloka describes him. In this first shloka, mind recedes, the separate existence of the mind is negated, and you see the non-duality. In this shloka, 20th shloka, he feels the non-duality and infinity. In the 21st, he gets the infinite happiness and never slips down, never slips from his completeness, from his infinite happiness. This is the 21st shloka. Sukhamatyantikam yattat buddhigrahya matindriyam vetti yatra nachaivayam stitas chalati tatvataha. I think 22nd also means the same thing. 22nd, 21 go together. In fact, all these four go together because they talk of the same topic differently. So all this is one topic. So sukham atyantikam sukham. The Bhashyakara says atyantikam is infinite. He gets the infinite happiness. So generally we have different levels of happiness in our life, depending upon many factors. So this happiness in the 20th verse, I think one more thing we have to add. Atmanatmanam, that implies one thing. he is depending on another thing other than him. Generally, we depend on many things, external or internal. To become happy, we need external object, some object to be happy. So, or even mind, at least we need certain mental thoughts, ideas, something to be happy. Now he is Atmana Atmanam Tushyati. He remains contented by being Atma alone. He needs nothing other than himself to be happy. Neither the external world, nor the mind, nor thoughts, nor anything. That means the very nature of Atma is complete by all by himself. It doesn't need anything else. So, but other people, you see, he is an individual. Individual in the sense, he is limited, wanting. He needs many things to depend upon, many things to become happy. For security, to be happy, so to be peaceful, he needs many things, many external things. Time, conditions, world, even the condition of a mind, state of mind. Now he doesn't depend upon the state of mind because mind itself doesn't exist for him. For his anubhava, mind doesn't exist apart from him. So it doesn't depend upon the state of mind. Whatever is the mind, he is still happy because mind is falsified. It's just like whatever is the shadow, it doesn't depend upon the shadow. Because he knows shadow is false, even if shadow looks cut, supposing if there is a crack in the earth, there is a crack, you understand, the crack in the earth, if your shadow falls on the earth, if there is a ditch, or if there is a stone, or if there is a cut, then your shadow feels damaged, shadow feels hurt and injured. But when the shadow is injured, you don't feel injured. So whatever happens to the shadow, it doesn't affect him. He understands shadow doesn't exist. Or a reflection. In the reflection, whatever the damage, whatever hurt happens to the image, reflection, it doesn't feel affected. Similarly here, whatever happens to the mind and the world, etc., they are all just false appearances. So he becomes totally independent of it. So Jnani's anubhava from his standpoint is like this. When you wake up from dream, instantly, first moment, first second, the world, you have woken up. But earlier you were in the world, now you recall. Recall means you have a thought of the world, but if you look around, there is nothing. But you feel it was just here somewhere. But nothing is concrete, nothing is available. You only just have a vague thought of almost a disappearing world. You have a thought of a disappearing world. You only have a thought, but no world. See, it's very strange. Dream while you are experiencing. See, while you are experiencing the dream was real. The dream objects were real. Human beings were real. Events were real. They were really affecting you because I was also a person, a part of the world. I was also a person living in the world, undergoing pain, pleasure, all good and bad relationships. So my individuality was real and the world around me was real. The interaction, I get affected by them, all that was real. That was a real concrete world, substantial world. When you wake up, what happens? You just have a vague thought of it, but no world. Just a thought. You see all the, just for 1 second. After a few minutes or after half an hour, you may forget, that's different. You just see first 1 second. As you wake up, you feel it was there, as if it was there, but there is nothing. As if it was there. So that way, Jnani's life is just as if it is there, but there is no world. Only just a thought which is no contentless thought. A contentless thought which has no existence because just a contentless thought. So that's how Jnani, when he wakes up from this waking world, wakes up from this to his reality, the world has such an so world has no existence. Just as when you wake up from dream, first second, you feel as if it is here, but there is nothing. All thoughts are here. You can see all those events as if just now happened. All those events like there is a tiger, there is a forest or people or a car or human beings, the events as if they have happened just now. but none of them exist. They all become shadows, don't exist. Similarly here, so then he is happy. Happy with what? To be happy, does he need any of the dream object now? He is happy all alone by himself, all by himself. He is happy all by himself without needing any smallest thing of the dream, because the dream doesn't exist now. He has grown out of it, he has transcended it, he woke up from it. When he woke up, there is only a thought without any content. No content, no substantiality, there is only a thought. All the thought is nothing but himself alone. So that way, so he lives all alone. Atmana atmanam tushyati. He becomes happy by himself. By himself means there is nothing other than himself. There is nothing other than himself. He needs them or he takes help of it. First thing is they don't exist. Where is the question of taking help of it? There is no question of taking help of anything other than him, because the other than him doesn't exist. So he lives happily all alone by himself. That means his very nature is happy. So okay, coming to the 21st. Sukham atyantikam sukham. He gets atyantikam. Antikam means limited. Atyantikam, knowing no limit, knowing no bounds. Knowing no bound means a boundless, infinite, limitless, endless, whatever you say. Endless. Time-wise endless, space-wise endless, its quantity-wise endless. Any-wise you take it, it is infinite. Infinite. So therefore, atyantikam sukham. Because one is all our happinesses, the experience of happiness we get, we means an ordinary person, human being gets, is only, in fact, happiness doesn't exist in the worldly objects. Happiness is only an experience, is not an object. Happiness is an experience, is not an object. So object is only a tentative help to get into that experience of happiness. So in ordinary man, he feels that he is missing, he is lacking, he is deficient. Therefore he needs an external objects to fill up his mind, which is lacking, which is deficient. He needs external objects to fill up his mind. And mind is also disturbed, it is worried, it feels that something is missing. All that has to be removed. Then the mind becomes totally relaxed, and you have to watch the state of happiness. When I am happy, what is my state of my mind? Mind doesn't complain. Mind doesn't demand. It accepts whatever it is. It has no grievance, no complaint, no demand, no prayer, no waiting for something, no looking for next moment. It doesn't has hope, no desire, no expectation. It is not waiting for something else. When it is happy, the mind is with itself. Itself means mind comes back to the Atma. See, when you desire, you feel that you are here, what I want is elsewhere. I want something. Whatever I want, anything, if I want something, I feel that I am lacking in something. What I want is somewhere, I don't know where it is. It is somewhere other than me. What I want is separate. What I am is one. What I am is one. What I want is another. So there is a division. This divided state of a missing person, a person who wants, and what he wants is something other than me. That means I have not yet got it. Therefore, this mind feeling deficiency is a divided mind. A part of mind is here. It feels that it is all deficient, incomplete, and what completes me is somewhere else. Now the other one which I want, which I desire, maybe object, maybe some money or power or whatever, different things are there, name and fame or knowledge, scholarship, whatever. There are people need many things. All that when I am getting, first I am going to get, that gives the mind a little relief. When I say, yes, I am going to get it, I ordered it and it is coming. It is coming. It gives you little relief. So the mind's restlessness, mind seeking, demanding, expecting, the tension of the mind, the expectation of the mind comes down little bit. It becomes a little relaxed. Then the thing comes near to me. What I want has reached me. Another degree of restlessness goes down. When I start enjoying, then all the restlessness goes away. Mind comes back to itself. Mind comes back to itself. Itself means Atma. When the mind comes back and merges with Atma, I feel happy. So the more mind moves away from Atma, means I am one thing, my mind is something else, away from it. This split is called restlessness. The more the split is, the deeper is the split. The deeper is the split, the deeper is my restlessness. The deeper is my restlessness, anxiety, worry, and all that. So you watch any experience, when in a state of desire you watch. When a desire is fulfilled, what happens to you? Watch. Suppose somebody assures that, okay, I'll send you, he told. Yes, you want this thing? Oh, I have it, I'll give you. Once he promises that he'll give me, I feel little relieved. Oh, I'm going to get it. Then he says, yes, I have dispatched. Now you get little more assurance. That assurance gives me little more relief. The restlessness, the want, the expectation, little comes down. So mind, it is like a disturbed surface of water becomes little less disturbed. Earlier there was a wild waves. Waves were rising very high. Now the waves will be less. The up and down waves will be little less. When the thing has dispatched, it has arrived. He told that the person, that the courier man telephones that, yes, we got a courier from Amazon for you, this is the thing. Oh, when are you giving? I'm just coming here now, right now. Oh, you feel that it is come near. Now the waves have little come down and comes and delivers to you. Oh, you feel much more. See, the waves will come down, cool down. The waves will cool down. It becomes more and more tranquil, quiet. Then further, you open the pack and you feel it, add then you, whatever way, if it is a cloth, you wear it. If it is something table, you sit on it. Whatever way, you start using it, enjoying it. You look at it, feel so happy. That means the mind which was running for something, it comes back, the restlessness comes down and it recedes, ultimately mind merges with myself. Means me, the seeking mind and me are not two. What I am seeking becomes one with me. The seeker and what I am seeking become one. Then I am happy. In that state of happiness, seeker and sought become one. So, if the sought is different, if the seeker is away from it, missing it, deprived of it, he feels the pain. When you get it, you are relaxed. So you watch our state of happiness. Watch the state of happiness, what happens. This is the psychological state. This state we keep on associating with various objects of life. Various experiences. Money, status, name and fame, objects of enjoyment, people, relatives, friends, many things, whichever we like and love. So in all those things, whichever thing we desire, we love, we expect, there, me and the other, this division, the object is away, I am here. This separation creates a sorrow, unhappiness. When the things come together, ultimately they become one. In that one state, I don't miss. What I want is with me. What I want is me, and what I want are two. So where is the need to complain? What should I expect? At least that moment of happiness, I am together as a one person. No split person. Seeker, sought, there are no two. A desire, desired. Desirer and desired. This division is not there. I am just one together. But this state of happiness lasts for a while, then again it slips down. Slipping down means you feel that it is enough. Either your mind changes or the object which I enjoy in the beginning has got an attraction. After some time, you take it lightly. Oh, I have seen it now, this is nothing. Now, another novel object has got an attraction. The novelty has an attraction. After some time, maybe 2 days, 10 days, 1 week, or even 1 month, then gradually you feel, oh, I know it now. Once you know it, you take it lightly. Then that the missing again starts. Gradually, that contented state, the state of happiness gradually recedes. Then the waves start again. The restlessness wave, I want something, I need something, I expect something, that state again starts. Then what happens? Tentatively you try to hold on, but you can't hold along. Again and again, the missingness, the feeling of missingness becomes much deeper, more deeper. Then you feel that you must get it. Then what should you get it? The mind thinks of another object, or another person, another object, another thing, something else. Now when you think of it, when you are first in the mind was looking for which object I want, what do I want? I am restless, I am unhappy, I want something. Now it's not clear what he wants, but I want something. Something, what is that something? What is it? Do you want this thing? No. Or you want to go somewhere, or you want to go to the park, or you want something, or you want to beach, here is a beautiful, yes. Once the mind sticks to something, yes, this is what I want. Now it waits for it. You have described it. Your description has appealed to me. Then my mind is set on that. Now I say, this is where my happiness is. Now I won't get it. Or you have to go, you travel and go and meet the person, or go to the park or beach or something, you see, how nice it is. So the mind, which was away, comes back, closer, becomes one with me, I'm relaxed. Now, see, this is the process going on again and again, 100 times, 1,000 times. So external objects are only tentative, because what you consider as desirable keeps shifting. As a child, you desire playthings or a dolls and something. When you grow up, you needed something else. Still you grow up something else. So what is an object of my happiness keeps on changing. My object of happiness keeps on changing. So, but at a given time, there is one object. At a given time, there is one object. When I get it, I feel my happiness has come back. So what is that I have lost? What is that I am gaining? It is not the object. If the object was really there, when I get it, I should remain eternally happy. If I need money, those who are moneyed people should be eternally happy. Moneyed people should never be sorrowful. Then by experiencing a few times, you understand money is not the happiness. In spite of money, people are found to be suffering. Then some recognition, some respect, somebody's love for me, somebody's care for me. No, that also sometimes okay, sometimes that also again you miss. Then what is it? So these are all tentatively we take them to be the objects of happiness. Tentatively. After enjoying for a while, then you lose interest in it. Either you want more, or you start discovering something, limitations in it. In the beginning, poor people think that money is everything. After getting money, they say along with money there are certain other problems also. Then they understand it. You start seeing the limitations, deficiencies in it. Then you discover it is not what I imagined from a distance. From a distance, you imagined it is great. But now, after experiencing, I found it is not so as I thought. So it has got its own limitations. Or sometimes you get what you wanted, but you enjoy over a period of time, you lose interest in it. Sometimes you discover the limitations in it. Sometimes you lose interest in it. So these are all various things. You think that you have seen it. You have seen money. You have seen parks, number of parks. Now it is enough. You have seen lot of things. Now you don't want this thing. You want something, a new experience. Totally unknown to all people, which nobody has. I want something totally new because I have seen all these things. So when you have seen certain things, exhausted, you lose interest, you look for something. This is what we call vairagya. When you enjoy one thing and you feel limitations in it, first thing is you enjoy something, it is a novel experience. Novel experience. Over a period of time, you feel that the novelty is gone. You want again. Second time, or the thing is exhausted. When the thing is exhausted, thing is spent out, you want it again. Second time, third time. This is one experience. Another experience is you find certain limitations in it. Then you want an improved version. No, same thing, but I want an improved version, which is of a better quality, a better manufacture, or a better thing. So earlier you told in whatever way, if I get it, that's enough. Now you enjoyed it and lived it, supposing a chair or any cell phone or anything, any chair, let me have it. But afterwards you found, I saw somebody's house is a much comfortable, much better. No, this is enough. Now I want a better one. So you want a chair, but a better chair. You want something, but a better quality. The better quality also you enjoy for maybe few days, few months, and etc. Then what happens? You lose interest in it. You have experienced it enough. Now this is over. I want still another level. I want another level. And so this is where, when you lose interest, when you lose fascination, attraction for it, your mind looks for a deeper level. Abba, this fellow, what is it? Yaru? Tandukodi. Tandukodi. So you lose it. When you lose interest means, earlier, if you are not satisfied with it, you want it again. Two levels. You want it again. If you feel that the thing is exhausted, you want it again, 2 to 3 times, 5 times, 10 times. Then another stage comes, no, I'm enough with it. I feel that this is enough. I want an improved version of it. Okay, improved version, more better quality also few times you see. Then you feel exhausted, you say, no, I've lost interest. I want still something in another level. Now your mind has shifted to another level. That's why those who want simple material things, they start taking interest in little artistic, poetic, little more deeper things. So art, poetry and some things are little deeper because they are of the mind level. A simple object is a gross object at the sense organ level. From the sense organ level, you go to the mind level. From the mind level, still deeper level to ultimately come to the philosophical level. Then from the philosophical level, come to the Atma level. Like that, from the physical level, from the body level to the sense organs, then to the still higher level. This way, once you get exhausted with it, you lose interest in it. Your mind says that I have seen all these things, now I am not interested. I want something new, something deeper one, which is a more subtler one. These subtle things, a person who is interested in a taste in just a dancing and drinking alone can't enjoy the music and music art, because music art requires a little more refinement. It needs a greater culture. It needs a culture of mind. It needs because it's a refined one. Person who enjoys the gross ones alone, only just eating and drinking, it's a too baby level, or it is an animalistic level. Now once you are exhausted, you lose interest in it, you want a little refined one. Even that music art also, there also still different levels are there. One is a worldly music, worldly art, you want little more semi-spiritual. Then you want more spiritual. Like this, mind more and more gets refined. It loses interest in the lower level, takes in the higher level. This is what we call Vairagyam. Vairagyam means your taste becomes refined. Your taste becomes refined, so you become more mature person, more selfless person, you want a deeper one. Earlier, the ego achievements are defeating somebody, playing games and defeating others. You get a kick in exploiting others, like a sadistic pleasure. A person enjoys sadistic pleasure in defeating others. Later, not sadistic, but at least some kind of a game, superior and all that. Then later stage he enjoys in helping others, sharing with others, not defeating and humiliating others, but in sharing with others. See, this is the Vairagyam, because mind gets further refined. Then later stage, even sharing looks small. I want much more than this. much more deeper than this. Like this, a person's taste improves, taste becomes much subtler and subtler. This is what we call vairagya. Otherwise, person gets stuck with superficial things alone. He has to be much deeper. He has to develop a taste for much deeper things. So a stage comes then, no objects in the world, no relation in the world, no refined thing, no music, no art, no beauty, nothing can satisfy me. I can enjoy, but I feel still something missing. I want something much deeper, much infinite, much deeper, which is so much that it is infinite. Then you are fit for Vedanta, because nothing but Vedanta can satisfy that, because it is Atma alone. Because the mind is much more refined, much more purer, so pure that then mind has to cease to be mind. You have to become one with Atma alone. Then only you are satisfied. So if to a very gross person interested in sadistic pleasure, making money, enjoying worldly things like food and others, for such people you teach Vedanta, it is too subtle for him. They say there is nothing in it, it's an abstract thing. He says these are all superficial. These are all superficial, is only your, what you say is a make-believe. The missionaries would say, this meditation and all this is only a make-believe. The happiness in meditation, all that is fooling yourself, they told. In meditation, what is that? You sit like this and you say, there is nothing. There is no object to enjoy. You are only imagining yourself, all that is foolishness. You see how we enjoy the world and defeat others. We get kingdom and money and status and how we enjoy. They say, this is great. So, person can't enjoy this subtle joy because his mind is not refined enough, purer enough. A purer person can feel the deeper one. He can't feel. So, here this is where, so, sukham atyantikam. So, the quality of happiness changes and the depth of happiness. The quality of happiness and the length of time, time-wise it is infinite. Then depth-wise, it is a highly refined one, depth one, so deep that it doesn't depend upon external thing. It includes the entire universe. It includes me, mind and everything. It is, one more thing, in all other pleasures, there is an enjoyer, a certain degree of enjoyer himself remains. But enjoyer becomes further refined, purer. The degree of ego melts down. See, even in service, loving and caring, sacrificing others also you get a joy. In loving, caring, being selfless also you get a joy. But even in that selflessness, he becomes a still higher degree of selflessness. Higher degree, much deeper. A point comes where whatever degree of individuality, whatever degree of your self-retained, self means your worldly self, not in Vedantic self. Whatever degree of self-retained, it looks painful. He has to completely lose his individuality, completely become selfless. Then it gives the infinite joy. So this, a person who is much deeper alone can feel it. Other people can't feel it. So other people, it is, I enjoy the happiness. So the enjoyer should remain. See, one is enjoyer-centered happiness. All worldly happinesses, or even other worldly like heaven and others, Swarga and others, or enjoyer-centered happiness. Only thing is the mind becomes refined, sense organs become refined, you get a more cultured one. Mind refined like music, art and etc., poetry, these are all little more refined. Now, first thing is sense organs refined, then the first thing is object is refined. Instead of gross object, you find little more refined food, refined objects and refined food. Even a gross person, he doesn't look for refined thing. He wants the quantity of thing. He wants a big property. The other person, a refined person, not big property, whatever little I have, it should be a qualitatively good. So this is refinement. Earlier he wants only, gross fellow wants just quantity only, quantity. So first the external object has to be refined. From there, then the sense organs have to be refined. It doesn't like any object. Just to see, it has to have a little deeper taste. From the sense organ level comes to the mind. Then mind has to be refined. In that, then mind has to be further refined. Then comes then the ego has to be purified. You have to be egoless. less ego, lesser and lesser ego, the very enjoyer has to be dissolved. The very enjoyer, bhokta has to be dissolved. He has to become more and selfless. He becomes selfless, further, a point comes, no degree of self-retaining is good for me. Even if I retain a little bit, even if a simple service to others, even in service I am doing, humbly serving, even in that, even humility, there is a little small degree of individuality. He wants to lose even that total individuality. Then there is only a nameless, dimensionless one. I am not helping others, I am not serving others, I am serving myself. There is no person, one who is servant and served, all are one only. Whole thing is one consciousness, one happiness. It's like I am serving myself. I am not serving other. Me and other is not there. They are me and I am them. Whole world is, whole universe is one. So that is the thing, Atyantikam Sukham. So, from the ordinary man, how he gets refined. So in this various degrees of refinement, he detaches from the external world, then the body, then the sense organs, then mind purifies, then further, then even in the mind, he may become disinterested in the mind, but at least that individuality remains. Then the last step is, even that individuality, he drops off. Then this is what you say, mind is not there. You become no mind. When the person becomes no mind, whole thing becomes one infinite experience. In that one infinite experience, mind ceases to be mind. Mind ceases to be mind, then it's only one consciousness. Therefore, Sukham Atyantikam Sukham. He gets such an infinite. Infinite is, I think it's an indefinable. Infinite, you can't imagine the size of it. Infinite means how much? It's beyond imagination. If you can imagine, it's not infinite. It's endless. Anything you think, it goes on. Mind has no limit for it. That means the measuring mind itself ceases. Mind is incapable of measuring. There is no measuring rod, no measuring scale that can infinite. All scales fail. All scales fail, all minds fail. That means mind is not required, mind is not enough. In fact, mind is not enough, therefore mind is useless for here. Because mind is a measure. Mind is required to enjoy certain pleasure. But this pleasure is something which mind is not enough. Mind has to be removed. Mind has to be removed, then only it can be enjoyed. Because it is beyond mind. Mind means it limits it. Therefore, you don't need the mind. Mind unnecessarily limits it. Mind unnecessarily divides it, limits it, measures it. I want immeasurable. I want infinite. For the infinity, mind is not enough. Remove the mind. Then you have infinity. Like you have a water in one tumbler. Then you have a water of a bucket. Then you water of a big trough, cement trough. Then you have a big pond. Then you have a big tank. Then you have a big river. Then you have a big ocean. Then you say, no tumbler, no bucket is enough, because all this looks small for you. You want infinite ocean. Not simple sea. Sea is also small. Then you got a bigger, like a Pacific Sea. Oh, it is a huge one. Or Atlantic. Atlantic goes endless. You can't measure it even. No measuring instrument works there. All instruments merge into it. So similarly, all measurements, all distances. So the mind means measuring relationships. Relationship, measurements is mind. Mindless means what? Transcending mind means what? Transcending mind means transcending all measurements, transcending all relationships, because mind is too small. Mind lives only in relationship. Mind lives only in measurements. Now when you go to the ocean, what vessel you can say? What vessel you can use? No vessel. All vessels, all measurements of meters, kilometers, all that disappear. It has no meaning. You see, when you are to measure the space, all that meters, kilometers have no meaning, because you got infinite. Similarly, it's so infinite that the mind looks too small. Mind looks too small, too childish, so it's no measuring at all. Therefore, they say mind is useless there. When you feel mind is useless, when you feel that individuality is useless, because It is the enjoy, in the ordinary happiness, it is the enjoyer who enjoys. But here, the enjoyer-centered happiness is still the enjoyer is limiting it. But you enjoyed different levels, then you feel no degree, no happiness can really please me happy, make me happy, because as long as I retain the enjoyer, this enjoyer himself is limiting my happiness. I don't want this individuality. Even this enjoyer should melt away. It should not exist because it is limiting me. Because I come to such a stage, this individual also is limiting me. It looks too shallow for me. I don't want it. Then the individuality drops off. That's why Tattvamasi, when you say Aham Brahmasmi, all the jivahood goes away. If you feel disillusioned with that individuality and mind, then you are prepared for Vedanta. You want to lose the individuality. Otherwise, a person who wants to retain individuality, wants to enjoy something, then you tell him you are Brahman, you are not Jiva. He says, no, being Jiva is very nice. See, there is some argument in Dvaitins in India. They say, oh, I don't want to become Brahman, I want to enjoy Brahman. They give an example, I don't want to become sugar, I want to enjoy sugar. Your Advaitins want to become sugar? Oh, if becoming sugar, you lose all taste. See, I don't want to become sugar, I want to remain away from sugar so that I can enjoy. So these people like happiness at the enjoyer level. By retaining the enjoyerhood, retaining the individual they want to enjoy. That means the detachment, the vairagyam is not so much. Still that level alone, that level of happiness is good for them, so let them enjoy. So a time comes, there also they feel it is a deficiency. So here a person has to be further refined, more refined. A time comes where whatever degree, a humble individuality, I am a servant of God, I am a devotee of God. Even in devotee, even in servant also you retain a little bit. So, but they, devotees, servants, they enjoy that much of this thing. Oh, you receive the blessing of God, you this thing. So even that you retain it. But a time comes there, God gives me, I have to receive. Even this receiving, giving and receiving also, there is a distance, a small, thin distance. Even that distance makes me limited. So I don't want that. So this is not a question of words or concepts. Your mind should grow to that maturity level where retaining even a little of individuality should hurt you, should feel too shallow. It should look shallow. Then only your mind is prepared to lose that. Otherwise, it's not prepared to lose. It's not orally telling, no, I want to lose Jiva, I want to become Brahman. That's orally is okay. That mind should be mature enough. Mind should grow inwardly by your meditation and purification. Purification and meditation, it has to grow to such level that retaining individuality, however humble, however simple, however dedicated, even retaining a little bit makes me uneasy. I just don't want even that. Then at that time you tell him, Tattvamasi, you are nothing but water. You are not even wave. Even wave retains a little bit of distance, not even that. I am just water and nothing but water. Oh. So that where Tattvamasi works. Otherwise you retain, then okay, the retaining level also there is a kind of a joy. But that joy is of still lower level. That's what we mean. Let people enjoy their levels and let them purify themselves, come to the still higher level, then next level. That's why we say don't hurry. If you hurry, you become artificial. Let the mind gets purified. Let it develop a taste for a deeper level, a purer level of joy. This grosser level, let it get disgusted. Let it get disgusted, that means detached, vairagyam. Let it get vairagyam from the lower level of happiness. Let it develop a taste for higher level, still purer level. Then you live that level for some time. You live wholeheartedly at that level, sincerely, with dharma, with that bhakti. A time comes, you feel that you are exhausted with it, you want a still deeper level. Then you live that level for some time. Then you go to the another level. The mind itself learns. Mind learns. After some time you keep on living. It may take 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 year, 10 year, whatever year. Or even take 1 janma. But a time comes, this is enough. I want something deeper. Still deeper. So this way, person has to grow to level where the very thinnest individuality, most humblest individuality is still uneasy for me. I just want to lose everything. There is an effortless infinite joy. Who is experiencing? There is no experiencer and experienced. Duality is not there. It is all Ananda. That's all. That's what he says. Sukham atyantikam yattat. Each shloka, if you contemplate, the Bhagavad Gita, it looks at just 700. It's a summary of all Upanishads, all Vedantic Granthas. So, it doesn't leave out any idea. Any idea anywhere is explained, you find somewhere in some, at least briefly. You take up one book, all books are exhausted in it. So therefore, Atyantikam Sukham, it's a complete infinite. Now, there is nothing beyond it. Sukham Atyantikam Yatti Buddhigrashyam Atindriyam. It is beyond sense organs. That's why I told Atindriyam, it is beyond sense organs. Buddhigrashyam means, here it is a very technical way of telling. Mind has got two levels. One is mind, first let us say, what can the mind imagine? Mind imagines anything which it has seen before through sense organs. If you have not seen through your sense organ, anything you have seen in the world through your five sense organ, color, form, or sound, touch, taste, smell, whatever you have seen, other than this you imagine? Impossible. Our mind works within this only, these five things alone. So whatever experiences you have, like when you enjoy the food, or you enjoy a beautiful scenery, a beach you see, park you see, or a mountain you see, or the beautiful sky and the moon you see, all these are various beauties you see, or various experiences you have in a dance and music and all that. But all these are experiences, you get it. So our mind imagines only within this. And it says, Atindriyam. Whatever your mind could imagine, whatever your sense organs have experienced, it is beyond all that. Atindriyam means mind is included in Indriya. All sense organs, all mind levels are transcended. There is only Buddhi. Buddhi means a pure meditative mind. That is a Brahma Jnana. Buddhi here is only Jnanam alone. So where you grow, you purify, later you falsify the mind. It's like enlightening mind. Here the Buddhigrashyam means what is understood by that enlightenment alone. Buddhigrashyam is an enlightenment. As you wake up from dream. So wake up from dream, it's an experience totally outside the dream. In the dream, whatever number of experiences, levels of experiences, a person who is living in dream cannot imagine the experience of waking. Can you imagine, can you compare, can you imagine what is the nature of my waking up state of waking during the dream? Can you imagine? Is there an experience within the dream experience which is similar to my waking state? You cannot imagine. So that enlightenment is so unlike any of the experiences had through mind and sense organs. Therefore, Atindriyam, he says. Any experience we have within the waking state through our sense organs and mind, all these experiences are limited. So that experience of enlightenment, when whole world is falsified and understood as one with Atma, is totally different. Therefore he says, Buddhigrashyam. It is understood only through that enlightenment, not through any other sense organs and mind. Buddhigrashyam atindriyam vetti yatra nachaivayam. And it is such an experience that having gained it, stitas chalati tatvatah, he never moves from it. Never moves means there is no fluctuations in it. See, in worldly pleasures are subject to loss. They come and you lose. Worldly pleasures, other pleasures, worldly happinesses are subject to coming and what do you say, losing. They come and lose. Even the heavenly pleasure also comes and goes. But the Brahmaloka pleasure cannot be lost, but it fluctuates. See the difference. Worldly and heavenly pleasures come and go. Of course, compared to the worldly pleasure, heavenly happiness is of a deeper level, is a much deeper level. But it comes and goes. It comes and the mind loses it. But the Brahmaloka pleasures that the upasakas do, like Saguna Brahma Upasana, you get it. It cannot be lost. As long as you are in Brahmaloka, it's a continuous happiness. It cannot be lost. Heaven can be lost. Human happiness can be lost. Or even animals or any others can be lost. Lost means it comes and goes away. Even heavenly happiness can go away. But the Brahmaloka happiness cannot be lost. But one thing, there is a limitation. It fluctuates. Within the happiness, a certain day little less, certain day little more. Within that, there is a fluctuation. But the Brahmananda, that the Brahmajnani's Ananda is not even fluctuation. That's what he says. Neither it is lost, nor there is a fluctuation. See, Vetti yatra nachaivayam sthitas chalati tattvataha. Once he gains it, because it is a natural, self-existing. It is not acquired. In worldly pleasure, acquired. And acquired due to condition, due to punya, a state of mind. You require a particular state of mind. You require punya, you require external objects. To get worldly pleasure, three things are required. You require a quality of mind and sense organs. And if suppose your mind is not well, disturbed, or you are physically unhealthy, you can't enjoy certain things. Because the sense organs should be capable of enjoying certain joy. Somebody is honoring you, but you are not well, and all that honor you can't enjoy. Because it's so severely painful that you can't enjoy. So sense organs should be in good condition to be able to enjoy. Mind is in a good condition to be able to enjoy. Then for that you need punya. You need external object, state of mind, and the punya. This is the worldly pleasure. Similarly in heaven, you need a heavenly mind. Heavenly body is different. This human body meant for this Manushya Loka is not capable, because this is of a higher level of joy. For higher level of joy, mind has to be still high level. So this mind is not capable. This body is also not capable. That body has to be more refined. So therefore you have to do more punya to be able to go to heaven. There the body will be of a much more of a high level quality, high level body, high purer level, and mind is also purer level. Then it can retain that joy. That joy this mind cannot stand. This human body cannot stand. Human body cannot stand, it collapses. It is something like a person, a poor man, he cannot imagine. He told that you got 1 crore rupees. 1 crore really? He got shocked and fell down. So you could not, sometimes the joy comes that your mind cannot bear it and your heart cannot bear, and your heart fails and he dies. So in heaven, your body and mind are much stronger. It can withstand the higher level of joy. So, but that also is subject to loss. But in Brahmaloka, mind is much more refined. It can withstand a higher level of joy, but there is a little fluctuation. But here Brahmajnana, so all these can be lost or can be in fluctuation. At least the intensity comes down. You don't lose joy in Brahmaloka, but that intensity will be slightly less, slightly more. There is a little fluctuation within certain range. Within the range, it will be little up, little down. It won't be uniform. Even in Saguna Brahma, even in that. So, but here, in Brahma, because all these are acquired. All these are acquired. Abba, this fellow has come. Ali kotubidappa, ali office nalli kotubidu. Abba. ಆಯಿತು. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಪ್ಪ? ಹಾಂ ಅದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನನ್ನ ಫೋನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡು. ಇದು ಯಾವುದು? ಹೌದಪ್ಪ, OTP ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇದು? Delhi, correct. It's a 9088. 88, okay? Disturb ಮಾಡಬೇಡ, ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, I think we'll finish in a few minutes. There's a lot of disturbance. ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡು. ಹಾಂ.
The point is, in Brahmaloka, there is not Ananda.
It is.
It is Anandamaya.
Oh, Anandamaya, yes.
Not Ananda.
Not Ananda. Mananda Kosha, exactly. So Anandamaya means within that there is a slight fluctuation. So in that fluctuation, sometimes a little more, little less. It won't be lost. Continuously will be there, but little fluctuations will be there. So in the heavenly happiness is acquired. This is worldly happiness is acquired because the state of mind, external objects are required. There also in heaven, body is required and world is required. External world is required and a particular kind of body. Even in Brahmaloka, you become closer to you. Not the body, it's only mind alone. But even the mind, there is a little fluctuation because you depend on the mind. But in Brahmananda, not even the mind, therefore no fluctuation. Not even mind, because you just leave the mind merges into yourself. It is a natural, self-existing. It's like a flame, like a lamp. Flame little moves, but whereas, no, this also moves, I don't know. The diamond's flame. In the diamond glow, it doesn't fluctuate. The lamp fluctuates, but if you see the diamond doesn't fluctuate. Or a radium something, it doesn't fluctuate, always continuously in one way. See, because it is natural. It is not acquired through mind. It doesn't depend upon mind. Brahmaloka depends upon a refined mind. So heaven requires a body. This, of course, world requires not only mind, it requires body, not only body, even the external object. In the human happiness requires mind, body and external object. In heavenly pleasure requires mind and body only. Brahmaloka requires only mind, neither body nor external world, only mind. But in Brahmananda, that the Brahmajnani is not even mind, no fluctuation, he is just infinite and no fluctuations, it's all uniform. Prajnana Ghana, Ananda Ghana we call it. So that's what happens. Therefore, Sthitas Chalati Tattvataha, his happiness is neither subject to loss nor subject to fluctuation. He's just uniform and infinite, through and through. I think we'll stop with this. We'll see tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat.